I feel really good about this.
Why are you in my face? Why? What's why? Why are you doing this?
Bro, we had all morning together. All morning where you didn't want to be a part of anything. You sat there. You laid there like a bump on a log.
Stop. Please stop. Sit. I want to be a part of the podcast. I'm a guest.
You're not, though.
Yes, I am.
You're not.
Look at me. I'm woofing it up.
This episode is called Freyja. We're literally talking about resiliency. So, of course, everything that can go wrong is gonna. The dog's in here. There's fucking hair all over the place. My coffee has dog in it. I feel really good about this. I feel really good about the setup.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm actually doing anything, but
Picking up your picnic basket.
I think so. I think I'm just picking up the picnic basket.
Oh, wow.
I'm picking up the picnic basket.
Sick. All
So,
right.
let's see. This is episode 8.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Don't fucking quit. I think it's really about, like, resiliency.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of tying in that story from the book that I'm reading.
I don't know.
Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Chapter 1. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times.
I'm pretty sure that's not the book.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
Listen. My point is, don't fucking quit. You know? But I think don't quit, because, I mean, like, whenever I think about what was most moving to me about the story in that book was the example. I gotta remember now.
Great example.
Thanks. Something about a fucking ice cube.
I don't know what's going on.
There was an example in the book where they were talking about an ice cube being on a table, and in the room it's 28 degrees. So of course the ice cube is still frozen, but every minute the temperature raises by 1 degree. And even though at 29 degrees and 30 degrees and 31 degrees, there's arguably no visible difference to the ice cube because it's still at a freezing point. However, don't discount the incremental changes that take place. Resiliency. Resiliency. Pushing through whenever the universe is trying to tell you to stop recording your podcast, even though you know that the world needs this, and you know that the world is a better place because of you being in it. So resiliency. And you keep recording. Even if you have to cut 45 minutes of the dog. Because it's worth it. Huh, baby?
Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on.
Jesus.
Did you see that?
Yes.
She's like, yeah!
Bounced. I love you, Mama.
Oh, no. No. Don't put your tongue in my mouth. It's yuck.
Freyja, get off my wife. Find your own wife. Can you lay with us? How you doing, love?
No.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm covered in hair.
Everything's okay. Everything's okay. We're literally talking about resiliency. So, of course, everything that can go wrong is gonna. The dog's in here. There's fucking hair all over the place. My coffee has dog in it. Resiliency. Yeah. I think for me, it's understanding that not every day is gonna look like the best day you've ever had. It's not. You know what I mean?
Right. Some days I have really peppy days, and some days, not so much. And it's okay. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It just means that it's a day. That's all.
Some days, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of think about resiliency like going to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's an easy thing that people can understand and relate to. Like, whether or not you go to the gym, because I don't. My point is, some days, the reps are gonna be just reps. Some days you're gonna max your shit out. But some days the reps are just fucking reps. It doesn't mean that they're bad, and it doesn't mean that they're wrong. In fact, that is such a good thing to just put in the reps, because that makes your training days that much easier. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Does that make sense?
I don't know. I can't relate because I don't go to the gym.
I don't go to the gym either. My point is, I'm just saying that, like, for example, the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I love exactly the way that this has been recorded so far, because regardless of where we are, we're at 21 minutes right now, okay, in the recording. We may only actually have 3 minutes worth of content right now, but that's okay. That's not my point. My point is I'm still at the gym. I'm still in my gym clothes. I'm still working out. I'm putting my reps in regardless. It's still the experience of being in front of the microphone, being in front of the camera, having conversations to the thousands that watch you, because that's what it is. And it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to put this out on display, because I think that we forget how important the reps are. We forget how important it is to put our practice in. We forget how important it is to, like, just show up. But really, ultimately, showing up, even if showing up looks like this, and it feels, you know what I mean? Like, showing up looks like however you show up. You put on your shoes. You put a step in the right direction. It doesn't matter how big the step is. The point is that you are taking steps. You know what I mean? And we can't discount. So back to the ice cube. Because I'm not going to let this one die. The ice cube. Now it all ties back in together. The ice cube. So, you have an ice cube sitting on the table. The room is 28 degrees. Every minute, the room heats up by 1 degree. And although it doesn't seem like there are any changes taking place at 29 degrees, 30 degrees, 31 degrees, because those are still below the freezing point, so that water is still going to be frozen. It's closer to that turning point, but it's still below. And once it hits 32 degrees, something changes. There is a change that happens, that occurs, that everything starts to melt. And not all at once, but it just starts to melt. And as the room continues to warm up, the ice melts faster and faster. But all of that started at 28 degrees. Does that make sense? It's an experiment that was being talked about in this book. Think about it as just simply an analogy, because that's really all I'm getting at it through, is just the idea that our incremental changes, the things that we continually do over and over again, even if it feels like nothing is happening, because it's 28 degrees, 29 degrees, 30 degrees, the change is gonna come because you keep putting in the work. You keep showing up. You keep putting in your reps. You keep going to the gym. You keep recording your podcast. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because no matter what you're doing, as long as you're continuing and you keep showing up, you're gonna reach 32 degrees. And the magic is gonna fucking happen. Shit starts to change. You know what I mean? That's all my point. That's my point on resiliency. Yep.
Ice cubes.
Ice cubes. It really is. It's, it's showing up when even if it feels inconvenient. Because even if it's inconvenient, it's for me. So, like, if I could easily be, quote unquote, inconvenienced by another person, well, hang on. Let me think about this differently. Because we don't want to be inconvenienced by people.
Right.
No. But I think what I'm getting at is, like, if you asked me to go to the store, whether or not it was on my way or not, I would go out of my way to go to the store for you. Because there was something you wanted, something you needed, something that I could help with, whatever it was. Or simply because you asked. I would go to the store. I could, you know what I mean, like, go out of my way to go do that for you. I would also go out of my way to do shit for me. So, if for me that is my artistry, my passion, my creation, that is something that I will go out of my way to do it every single time, because I know what happens when I show up every single day. How has resiliency helped you in accomplishing goals?
I think the more you do anything, the more practice you get at it, the more you show up. I think it's just going to continually get better. And that's just the nature of the thing, because you're getting more time under your belt. No matter what it is. You know, the first day you go to the gym, it hurts and it fucking sucks. You might not want to go to the next day, but you go anyways. And then you keep going, because now it becomes habit. And now it doesn't suck so much. It doesn't hurt so much. Your body starts to adapt to these changes, and it starts to build around those changes. I think that's with anything. I think that if you just keep on with it and you just keep putting yourself into that, even if you don't want to, like, just like, you know what, I'm not, and it's not to say that you shouldn't take a day, you know, because mental health is fucking important. And I do believe that forcing yourself to push yourself can crack you. I really do believe that. I think that it can just fucking make you crumble to pieces. I'm a believer of that too, because I've had to experience that. But I know that doing things repetitiously builds more skill, momentum, knowledge, and it can create it to be easier every single time. I do believe that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Because you're right. There is no experience like live experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? Playing out is a perfect example. As somebody who has also done live performances, I understand what it is like to prep for a set. I also know what it's like to do a set and not do it anything like whatever you prepped. Because that's what I've done almost regularly.
I've been really excited for sets. It's like super stoked about it. I prepped and then just totally bombed.
But did you follow your set whenever you were there?
I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. It just didn't work out in my favor at all. It just didn't land.
Yeah.
And no matter what I did, it just didn't work. So
see, like I've created sets where I've completely, like, I've gone off script as soon as I get to the gig, where I'm like, all right, I've done all of this prep work, but then I'm like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Right. Well, I mean, most of my stuff, it's all live. I don't really plan my sets and whatnot. I know the directions where I can go, and sometimes, you know, no matter which direction, it just doesn't land right. And, you know, everybody talks about doing great sets, but they never really talk about how, like, sometimes your sets are just dog shit. But, you know what? Like, yeah, you fucking, you're real embarrassed and you want to slink out of there real quick. But, you know, you don't quit. You don't, like, not go to your next booking. You still go to your next booking and you have that experience. And, you know, hopefully it can help you within the next one. You know, just shrug it off, keep going.
Yeah.
And I do believe that, like, focusing on something that did go wrong is just not the move either, because it causes a domino effect to where nothing's gonna, you know, nothing's going to help because you're just fixated on every single domino that is knocked over instead of the present moment.
Yeah. I one time, and it escapes me at this moment. I really wish I could remember the context of where this was coming from, but there was a manager that held meetings, and every time they held a meeting, they said, "How did you gather the blueberries?" And really what they were asking every time is, what did you do that was successful? What worked? How did you get the blueberries? Now, obviously, these weren't, I don't think they were blueberry farmers. I don't think there were actual literal blueberries in play, but the point is, how did you make it happen? Because, you know what I mean, like if you were to go out and forage for blueberries, if there are no blueberry bushes in this area, you wouldn't stay there and keep picking blueberries, because there aren't any blueberry bushes. So you'd have to go to a place in which there are blueberry bushes. You need, I think they grow on bushes, or is it trees? Are they blueberry trees? Plants.
They're like low to the ground shrubbery. There's actually this rake looking thing. It's just like this thing with all these claws, and then you just go in and scoop, and you just kind of fucking pull them out of the thing. Yeah.
I've never actually gathered blueberries, only blackberries, but the analogy stands the same. My point is, it can be rusty, it can be messy, it can feel like there's a little bit of resistance, and also it's putting in the reps. It's moving to a new location to find blueberries. It's figuring out what works and then keep doing that. If it works because it brings you joy and satisfaction and fulfillment, it works. If it works because it's something that you're good at and you share that skill, great, cool, whatever the reasoning is, whatever works, and then keep doing that. And we also know that practice works.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
practice makes nearly perfect is all what I say.
Yeah, and I think that is, I think that's a good thing, because I don't think perfection is the goal. I think effort is the goal. And whenever we focus on, okay, did I go to the gym? Quote unquote. Am I using those correctly? Like whenever we do the thing, whenever we show up, did we show up? And did we show up regardless? It doesn't matter if you show up at 100% or if you show up at 10%. It doesn't matter. All that matters is the yes or no. Did you show up? It doesn't matter what it looks like. Because as long as you are showing up, you know it's going to get easier.
Right. People are very forgiving.
Yeah.
Especially if you're being authentic.
For sure.
Kind of like that one set that I played. It was like, 2, 3 in the morning. That late night set. And I was running out of track. And I was like, shit. So I tried to get myself out of it by hitting it with a reverse. And I was like, I'm just going to hit it with a reverse and then drop this track. I was like, oh my God, this is not going to work out in my favor because I can't find the right track that I can do this with. And so everybody's watching me just play with this reverse button on this deck. And I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if someone just stood up here for an hour and just did this? And everybody fucking laughed. And that was when I was just like, boop, boop, and then put on the other track. And everybody just thought it was hilarious. And I went forward. And just because I was being, myself and being goofy about it, it was very forgiving. So, but
yeah,
not that has anything to do with what in relation to anything, but
I think it does. Not I think. I know that it does. Say that part again, please. Like so in that situation, I can see that you showed up. Things weren't going the way that, whatever. You felt the resistance. It felt like, it wasn't going the way that you wanted it to. And you kind of like leaned into it. Mm-hmm. And you laughed it off. They laughed with you. And the show continued. And like, that to me sounds like a day that you showed up regardless, and you were so much your authentic self that you got people to laugh along with you. Mm-hmm. That, like, they were like, yeah, dude, that would be fucking crazy. But also, they left that space feeling so good. Mm-hmm. I don't think we leave a show and go, oh my God.
I have. I have.
Well, you know, and sometimes there are shows that are like that. But, like, I think if you do that every time you go out to a show, why the fuck are you going out to shows?
Clearly.
Obviously, they make you miserable. So cut it out. Like, you know, if it doesn't make you happy, stop doing it. Mm-hmm. And if it does make you happy, lean into it. With everything you have. And that means showing up on days even whenever you don't feel like it or you don't want to. It's okay to fall in love with the unsexy parts of your passions. And I think that we should. Because if we're able to fall in love with the parts that people get bored with, that's how we keep going. You fall in love with tying your shoes because you're going for a run. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, you make it a ritual. I don't know why running is like... I think it's all the anxiety I live with. I'm just kidding.
Shoes.
Yeah, shoes.
Tying shoes. Captain tying knots.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's... If we're able to make those parts attractive, at least in a little bit, it makes every part of that so much better. Every part of that becomes so much more attractive. Because, like, I mean, as a writer, I have notebooks, journals for days. One of the exciting things to me is the attractiveness of a new journal. It's just got a cool design on it. It's the freshness of a journal. And then the pens. Oh, man, the accessories. Oh, I get so excited about all of that. And, like, all of those things are grand, great, and wonderful, but they don't help me get through. I mean, they actually do help me get through the days that I don't want to write. That's actually one of the things that I use is my pens. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because, like, I get so much enjoyment out of the pen, out of the notebook, out of the journal, that I'm like, okay, and it doesn't matter that I don't know what to write. It doesn't matter. I'm just excited to use that pen. I'm excited to use that journal. You know what I mean? Like, I have understood my passion so deeply that I am able to say, okay, I can set myself up for success in such grand and miraculous ways simply by falling in love with the little bits and pieces. And I didn't even realize until right now, as we were talking about this, that I have done that. You know what I mean? Like, I've been focused on doing that, but I didn't realize that I was. Mm-hmm. And I am, in the sense that, like, regardless of my mental space, I am a creator. I am an artist. So I do those things every day. I write something. I create something. Sometimes it's a simple haiku. Sometimes it's chapters, you know? But in either case, it's easier for me to get to every day simply by making it more attractive. You know, making it something that I want to enjoy or something that I do enjoy, because then it's something that I look forward to. You say we wrap this up?
Yeah, I say we wrap it up and come back to it. Yeah. I say we wrap this one up and then we'll come back to it. Because I don't think I gave my best, so I would like to try it again.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Queerly Committed. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with someone who could use a little communication upgrade.
And as always, keep vibing, stay real, and we'll see you next time.